What is going on, guys? It is Shoot 'em Up here, and I am very, very tired. It's not even that late. It's like 9 o'clock, but I do have to go to work in like 5 hours. Let's see here, 9 o'clock. No, I gotta go to work in 6 hours, and that's 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to be waking up soon. So I wanted to get a video in for you guys before I do that, and then I got baseball practice tomorrow, and then I don't know, it might be a little while before I get to play COD. So. Or make a video actually. But I've gotten some requests and some things, to talk about my life or whatever. And I'm going to do this in like a 2 video series about pretty much my life up until now. So I'm going to pretty much in this one tell you guys some things about my life, how I got into video games, and how I got to where I am now and making video game videos. But first off, let me let you guys know about my family if you guys didn't know already. But I do have 7 brothers and sisters, so there's 8 kids in my family with just my parents. Nobody's adopted, so there's 10 people in my house. We used to live in a very small house where I did get my first Nintendo 64, which was my very first video game system. And I played Super Mario 64 all the daggum time, and that was I think the first video game that I ever played. And then I got into 007, the blue one, the blue cartridge, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So that was my first video game system, pretty much the first video game that I played. I wasn't really too much into it. We had like a really old TV. I was probably about 7 or 8 whenever this happened. So, it wasn't that great. Nintendo 64, the graphics are definitely not the best. I think we did have a basketball game too, but that one was ridiculous. But what's funny is back then you actually thought the graphics were pretty good. But if you went back to it now, you would be like amazed at how bad it actually looks compared to the video games now. But anyways, let me talk to you guys about the video games I used to play all the time. The first video game that I played non-stop and got in trouble for playing it so much was Fight Night Round 1. This was as soon as I bought my first PlayStation 2 with my own money off of eBay, which was retarded because I could never watch movies because I didn't know the password code. But I played that game non-stop. I love that game. I think the reason why I loved it is because you got money, and I love boxing. I wish I could have been a boxer because I wanted to, actually. My mom wouldn't let me because she thought it was too dangerous. So there goes my boxer life, which is what I wanted to do anyways. But that was pretty much the only game that I played back then. I pretty much played 24/7. I forgot to go to church sometimes because I played it so much. The next game that I started playing probably the most was Need for Speed, or Need for Speed Underground. All those racing different type games are the games that I got into. So before Call of Duty, I never even knew Call of Duty or anything existed yet. I played Need for Speed, any of the ones, the most recent ones, or I played Fight Night Round. At that time, it was about Fight Night Round 3, which, a funny story is whenever I went to GameStop to get Fight Night Round 2, they accidentally put Fight Night Round 3 in the case, so I got a free, like, a $50 game for, like, a $20 game price or whatever. But that's that. The first time that I ever actually played Call of Duty was the summer of my freshman year, whenever we went to me and my brother, we played football, and every day we would have football practice, right? So we would go over to my friend's house and we would spend the night there, and they had Call of Duty, and we sucked horribly at it. We were the noobiest noobs that you would ever see playing on Call of Duty. We did absolutely ridiculously bad, maybe 3 kills a game or worse. It was really terrible, but nevertheless, we loved that game. We stayed up till about 4 in the morning every day over the summer of my freshman year playing Call of Duty, and that's what really got me into this stuff. At that time, I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't have the money for anything because I was about 14 or 15, so I didn't have money to buy anything myself because I didn't have a job or anything. So the only time I could play it is whenever I went over to the house. So I didn't really get much practice, and it wasn't really until I actually got an Xbox and got Call of Duty when I actually got good at Call of Duty. And I'm getting a lot of messages right now. That's weird. But as soon as I got the game, whenever I got it, like, you know, for my own self or at my house, I didn't have to go to my friend's house every day to play it. I started doing better. I only played free for all or headquarters, and you know that was great for me. I did really bad. The reason why I actually played headquarters was because I was bad, and if I was on the winning team, you would get kills. You know, no matter if you were doing good, or you would get points no matter if you did good or not. Because once you capture the HQ, you get like, I don't know, it was like plus 10 or plus 50 then. I'm not too sure about what it was. So that's pretty much what I played. And then whenever I played free for all, I was like maybe third place about every time. I got first place every now and then, but I was definitely not the greatest. But right here, I'm gonna speed up this video pretty much because it was I went on a really bad dying streak from bad luck, I guess. So here in just a second, I'm gonna speed it up till the very end. So sorry about that. I have a really bad death streak. So anyways, this is pretty much my gaming history. And, you know, obviously I bought Modern Warfare 2 and then I played it. I didn't buy it right when it came out. My girlfriend got it for me about a week or two after Modern Warfare 2 came out. I didn't go to the midnight release or anything. I still wasn't hugely good at it. I wasn't, I had like a .9 KD whenever Modern Warfare 2 came out. And then I eventually got better. And why I got better is what I'm going to talk about in my next video. So hopefully you guys will stick around and you know, let me fill you guys in on what I did to get where I'm at now, and you know what made me actually better at Call of Duty, which is probably why some of you guys actually watch Call of Duty videos on the internet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my history up until now of video games. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.